Welcome to Fun Friday. I'm so glad you're here. We are going to learn about the letter D today. Our goal today says, I can write the letter D and say its sound. Can you say that with me? I can write, the bell rings on Fun Fridays. I can write the letter D and say its sound. All right, the letter D. Here's the lowercase letter D. And let's see, we have a new movement today. Here's our movement. Do you see what that's a picture of? It's a picture of a dog. Can you hear the D at the beginning of dog? Well, my dogs, I have two dogs, and they love to dig. So our movement for D is dig, because dig starts with D, just like dog, and dogs like to dig. So we're going to make a digging movement. All right, let's put that in with all the other letters and do our movements. Ready? Here we go. M, B, 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 B. I, C, K, K, K. A, N, F, G, 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 G. T, 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 T. D, 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 D. L, O. P, 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 P. R, V, 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 V. O, A. H, S, M, B, B. Oop, I think we've already gone through them. I went through them twice. I usually stop. All right. And back to our letter D. I'll put that up here. I have a lowercase d, so we remember that the dog digs. All right. Okay. Friends, we're also going to work on our words that we know using our bus today. And you can use your buses at home too, and your sight words at home. And you can sing this song with your families too, using your sight word flashcards and your bus that you took home this week. I love those buses. They're so fun. All right, ready? The word on the bus says choo, 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 choo. Choo, choo, choo. The word on the bus says choo, 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 all through the town. The word on the bus says can, 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 can. The word on the bus says can, 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 all through the town. The word on the bus says wee, 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 wee. The word on the bus says wee, 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 all through the town. This one we want to say, sometimes we make a mistake and say a or a, but this one is remember? The word on the bus says The word on the bus says all through the town. The word on the bus says the word on the bus says the all through the town. The word on the bus says I. The word on the bus says I, all through the town. The word on the bus says like. The word on the bus says like, all through the town. The word on the bus says see. The word on the bus says see, all through the town. Good job. I love that song. I love singing it with the bus. All right. Well, we've been talking about apples all week long. We've done some fun activities with apples this week. We learned that so many things about them. We learned that they have stars in them, and we learned all about how an apple comes to be. So it's been a really fun week. Today we're going to read another book about apples. It's a fun book called 10 Red Apples. And then we're going to get to do a fun Friday project. So that's the things that you have to look forward to today. And then we're going to learn to write our D's. So that's the last thing that we'll do today. So I want to read you a story called 10 Red Apples. And it's by Pat Hutchins, one of my favorite authors. I have so many favorite authors. I'm going to move you up to me so that you can see the book really, really well. 10 Red Apples. Ten red apples. Ten red apples hanging on the tree. Yippee! Fiddly-dee! Horse came and ate one. Chomp, chomp, chomp. Nay, nay, fiddly-dee. Horse, cried the farmer, save one for me. Uh-oh, look. 9 red apples hanging on the tree. Yippee, fiddly-dee. Cow came and ate one. Munch, munch, munch. Moo, moo, fiddly-dee. Cow, cried the farmer, save some for me. Now, if there were 9 apples on the tree and cow ate one, how many will there be? There are 9 apples and cow ate one. How many will be left? Let's see. 9 take away 1. I wonder how many there are going to be left. Should we count them? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 red apples hanging on the tree. Yippee, fiddly-dee. Donkey came and ate one. Gobble, gobble, gobble. Hee-haw, fiddly-dee. Donkey, cried the farmer, save some for me. Oh no, Donkey's eating one. Now there were 8 apples. Oh, there were 8 after he ate one. There are 8 apples. If we take 1 away from 8, I wonder how many will be left. Let's see. Let's count them up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 red apples hanging on the tree. Yippee, fiddly-dee. Goat came and ate one. Gulp, gulp, gulp. Mama, fiddly-dee. Goat, cried the farmer, save some for me. Oh my word. So if there were 7 apples, I don't even need to do this anymore. If there were 7 apples and the goat came and ate one, how many are going to be left? Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 red apples hanging on the tree. Yippee, fiddly-dee. Pig came and ate one. Snort, snort, snort. Oink, oink, fiddly-dee. Pig, cried the farmer, save some for me. Oh no. Now there were 6 apples. If the pig ate one, how many will there be left? Can you figure that out? Let's see if you were right. Let's count them up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 red apples hanging on the tree. Yippee, fiddly-dee. Sheep came and ate one. Nibble, nibble, nibble. Ba, ba, fiddly-dee. Sheep, cried the farmer, save some for me. Now, if there were 5 apples on the tree and the sheep came and ate one, how many would be left? Can you see? Let's see if you're right. 4 red apples hanging on the tree. Yippee, fiddly-dee. Goat came and ate one. Crunch, crunch, crunch. Hiss, hiss, fiddly-dee. Goose, cried the farmer, save some for me. Oh no, now the goose ate one. So if there were 4 and the goose ate one, how many are left? Can you see? 3 red apples hanging on the tree. Yippee, fiddly-dee. Duck came and ate one. Pick, pick, pick. Quack, quack, fiddly-dee. Duck, cried the farmer, save some for me. Now, if there were 3 apples on the tree and Duck came and ate one, how many are going to be left? Let's see if you're right. 2 red apples hanging on the tree. Yippee, fiddly-dee. Hen came and ate one. Peck, peck, peck. Cluck, cluck, fiddly-dee. Hen, cried the farmer, save some for me. Now, if there were 2 apples on the tree and Hen ate one, how many are left? Let's see if you're right. 1 red apple hanging on the tree. Yippee, fiddly-dee. Good, said the farmer. You saved one for me. Yippee, fiddly-dee. No red apples hanging on the tree. My, fiddly-dee. Fiddly-fee, sorry. No red apples to bake in a pie. Fie, fie, fiddly-fee. Look, cried the farmer. Another apple tree. More red apples hanging on the tree. Yippee, fiddly-fee. Good, cried the farmer's wife. You saved them for me. Yippee, fiddly-fee. How many are on this tree? Do you want to count them with me? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So now the farmer's wife will have 10 red apples so that she can make some apple pie with them. All right. Now we get to do something fun. We're going to do, I guess we better learn to make our letters first. Or I guess it doesn't matter. We can do our letters and then our Fun Friday activity. We'll do our letters. I'll teach you how to do your letters and then I'll tell you what we're going to do for our Fun Friday activity. Our letter D, our capital D and our lowercase d don't look at all alike, do they? They don't. I'm going to move you back just a little so you can see both of the lines. There we go. Our capital D starts at the top, at the roof, and it goes straight down to the floor. And then capital D has a great big belly. And that belly goes all the way from the roof to the floor. And that's what the capital D is. Now, is this a good capital D? Look, roof all the way down. I'm going to make a really big D. Is that a good D? Do you notice anything different about that D? I kind of went into the basement. So that's not my best D. How about this one? Look. Is that a really good D? Doesn't have a very big belly, does it? So it's probably not a really good one. You have to have kind of a big belly so that you can tell it's a D. Is that a good one? That's probably a good one, isn't it? Let me show you an example of another one that's a little bit strange. Look, it has a big belly. It looks kind of right, but it's wrong. Its belly went the wrong way. Did you notice that? Its belly's going backwards. The belly has to go this way. So that one is not right. All right, let's do a lowercase d. The little d, this is kind of an interesting, the baby d, the lowercase d, is looking at its dad. It wants to look right at its dad. So the big D always likes to look at its baby. It likes to look at its little d. So if you can remember that the big D looks at the little d, that will help you know what that it's a D. The dad always looks at its little baby. All right, so we're gonna start and we're gonna go line straight down, and then we're gonna do a circle around. Now, we don't want any nests in here, so we're gonna be really careful when we do it that we don't go like that and make a big bird's nest, okay? Now, you can also make a mistake and make a bee. Look, is that bee looking at the dad, the daddy D? No, it's not. That is looking the wrong direction. That is a B, not a D. They like to look at each other. They like to say, hey. The D's really like each other. They like to say, the daddy likes to look at its baby D. So please make sure that your D's are going the right direction. So that is not right. Down, and then you're gonna go around this way so that the big D looks right at the little d. All right, I want you to practice your D's today too on your papers that I sent home in your red Friday or Monday folders. All right, you also get, if you'd like to, you also get to do a project today. You get to make a fun apple that will look like this, kind of like this. You can make your own, and I'm gonna show you how. So you got to choose your own color. So I chose yellow one day so that I'd have one to show you like that. And then I'm gonna just tell you how to do it. So first, you're gonna cut out your big apple. So I'm gonna quickly cut mine out while I'm talking to you. So you want to cut all the way around carefully on the lines. So I'm just cutting around on my lines. That's the first thing you do. It's kind of easy. So I cut on my lines there, and then you're going to cut out all of the other little pieces that you have in a baggie. You each got a baggie full of pieces, and you want to cut out your pieces, and then you can put them where they go. So this part is the stem. So I'm going to cut out my stem. My stem goes up on the top. We all know that. We talked about what the stem's job is. The stem's job is to take food and water, to bring food and water to the apple, right? We talked about that. So I'm going to take the stem, and so that it looks right, I'm going to put a little bit of glue at the very bottom of my stem, and that's the little part. The big part is not the part that I want to glue. I want to glue the little part. And then I'm going to put it behind the apple, behind it, so that it's hidden, see? So it looks like that. Then I'm going to get my leaf and cut out my leaf, because my leaf gets to go on my stem. And then I'm going to cut out my leaf and just glue a little tiny bit on the end of my leaf and put that on my stem like that, anywhere you want on your stem. And then I'm going to cut out my eyes, the big white eyes. I'm going to cut both of them out. So that I can decide where I want them. And you can put your eyes anywhere you want. Maybe you want it to be a silly apple. This one, maybe I'll make a little sillier than my other one. So maybe I want it to look a little bit silly. So maybe I want them to be kind of together. So I'm gonna put these eyes a little bit together, like this, maybe. So I'm gonna put my eyes like that together. But those don't look like eyes, do they? I need to give them the black parts of the eye. So I'm going to take a marker or a crayon, and I'm going to put some black dots inside my eyes. And you can make them anywhere you want inside your eyes. I'm just going to put some black dots inside my eyes to make that black part. And then these little pink dots are the cheeks. So then you can cut out your cheeks. The little cheeks are circles. Cut out your little tiny circles. and put them on your cheeks where you want your cheeks to be. I'm just putting them on the sides of my apple where I want them to be. But that doesn't look like an apple. Smile. I have to put my smile on. So then I can put a silly, you could do a silly smile like I did, or you could put a regular smile. I'm gonna make mine kind of silly, like that. Oh, he looks worried. I made a worried apple. That apple looks like it's worried that it's gonna be made into apple pie. So now I have a happy apple and I have a worried apple. You can make yours any kind of apple that you want because it's your apple. And you don't have to bring it back to school. You can keep it at home and enjoy it at home on your refrigerator at home. You do not have to bring it back to school to show me that you did it. That is your Fun Friday activity. I hope you have a very fun weekend, and I hope that you remember your D sound and have a great day. Bye-bye.